Now it's time to complete our dynamic process properties activity. Taking a look at the business use case, each week a company awards the sales rep who closes the largest deal that week. And a process continually checks for newly created invoice records in the company's data store to track the highest producing deal. The data store contains processed invoices containing basic account information that includes the sales rep and the closed won opportunity's total contract value, or TCV. What we're going to do is we're going to take a process which will take individual invoices containing account information and then compare the invoice's total contract value to the highest TCV that's stored in memory. And to get that, we're going to add a dynamic process property. We'll store the new TCV in memory if it's greater than the highest TCV that's currently stored as a dynamic process property. We'll also configure notification details using a notify shape in preparation for advanced logging and reporting. So we're going to complete the activity, which is on pages 35 to 44 of the guide. Coming back here into the platform, here in Developer 1, I'm going to create a new folder to house this activity, and I'll name this Dynamic Process Properties. Then from the process library, I'll filter by dev1, and I'm going to look for dynamic process properties activity. Make sure to install this and not dynamic document properties activity, but we want dynamic process properties. We'll send that to the folder that we just created and click install. Now let's view the process. You can see here we're starting with a no data start shape. That will trigger the process to run in test mode, and then the message shape will feed data into that empty document. We'll deploy this process after we configure it. You'll notice we have a number of invoices that contain different amounts for that TCV. So we'll have different values that we can compare against the original that is stored as a dynamic process property. We're going to start by coming here into the set properties shape. This is where we'll add the property. So I'll click add a property, and I want to select dynamic process property. I'm going to enter the property name of highest TCV, and I want to persist this property so that it will be stored in the Atom memory. I'm going to pair this with a parameter referencing that value of the TCV, which is coming from our XML profile. So looking here in the Dynamic Process Properties folder for Invoice XML, and I'll select TCV as the element. Click the gray OK and then the green OK, and now click OK. All right, now we'll come into the decision shape. Here, this is going to determine, is this a top deal closer? So the first value will be a profile element. It's going to be from the Invoice XML profile, and we're going to compare the TCV, and we're going to change the comparison type here to greater than. And for the second value, I'm going to select Dynamic Process Property, and I'm going to enter the property name exactly as I entered it before in the set properties shape. And for a default value, I need to enter 0. So when the first document is processed, the TCV is compared to the default value. Before the first run, the dynamic process property value is null. So I need to add a default value of 0 here so the decision shape has some value to compare against. All right, the decision shape is configured, so I'll click OK. Now I'm going to configure the true paths set properties shape, which will be processed only if the decisions logic is true. So coming here into the notify shape, that same XML profile, we're going to pull in here the TCV. So this notify shape will notify us of the value of that dynamic process property. Now in the second path, the notify shape will alert us to the salesperson who closed the largest deal and what the value of the TCV is. So the message is already loaded. I just need to assign values to those variables. Both of these will come from that invoice XML profile. So the first is the sales rep, and then the second variable is the TCV. All right, and if we take a look here in the false path, you can see this is already configured. The sales rep with the TCV of whatever value it is not the highest deal closer. So that will notify us if the result is false. So I'll click Save. Then I'm going to come to the Deploy tab where I can deploy this process. So I'll select Dynamic Process Properties Activity, and I'm going to attach the test environment. I'm selecting test instead of production because the test environment has the test Atom Cloud attached, and that's what we're going to be running a test with in the build tab. We want to store that value on the test Atom. Now I'll come over to Atom Management, take a look here at the test Atom Cloud in our test environment. Under Runtime, select Deployed Processes, and I'm going to execute the process. So we saw that the process was executed. It can take a little time for the process to run, but after it's finished, we'll be able to look at this Edit Process Properties. And here we can see that a highest TCV of 50,000 was stored here in the Atom memory. Now if we come back to the Build tab and open that activity, we can reconnect the start shape to another invoice here at 125,000. Deploy the latest revision of the process since we've made a change. And now if we go back to Atom Management, we can execute the test again. I'll select Execute Process. Give it time to run, and then we'll be able to view the process properties. And we can see that the highest TCV now stored in the Atom memory is 125,000. Now, if you want, you can go back to the Build tab. You can reconnect the start shape to the next value of 75,000, and you can actually test the dynamic process property that's in memory just by running a test here in the Build tab. So with 125,000 stored in memory, now the document should process down the false path since that value of 75,000 is not greater than 125,000. And we see that it completed as we expected, processing down the false path. So now it's your turn to complete the dynamic process properties activity. That's on pages 35 to 44 of the activity guide.